guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and some of you who have been in some of my classes know what this card is because we did this one in last September in Pigeon Forge at the Made It Con, and I gave these out. This is a template. I wanted to share this with you guys, especially you who have the E-Club kit, because I have so many questions about, I have little pieces of paper left. What can I do with them? So I'm going to show you what you can do with just some small pieces of paper, small scraps that you have left to make a beautiful card. This is one of the most beautiful cards I have seen in a long, long time. And not saying because I made it, because I didn't originate this. I got this off of Pinterest, and it's been around forever and a day. But I have printed this for you, and I'm going to put it on the template. Now when you print this out, you're going to need to print it at original size, I think it would be 100%, something like that, in order to get it the size for this size card. It works better with this size card. It just makes it a little bit easier. So the very first thing that you're going to do when you print off your template is you're going to cut this bottom part off, this little girl part, because we're going to use this on the top of the card. So just go in there and trim that off real carefully. Just so that you don't leave any black marks on there. We want her to look like, her little body to look like it is just sitting on top of that card. That I'm trimming around her boots and her legs and her little rain jacket. Now I printed this on a high quality paper. If you're going to color this with watercolor pencils or something like that, it's good to print it on a good thick paper. If you're just going to color it with colored pencils or something like that, then it probably wouldn't matter, but I printed mine on a watercolor paper so that I could add a little bit of, not watercoloring, but I'm going to add my nibble markers to it. And they get the paper a little bit wet, so I didn't want it drawing up on me or anything like that. This is as fun as watching paint dry, isn't it? Watching me trim this out. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Got her trimmed out. I'm actually going to save that little piece because I can stamp on that. Now on this side I have your guide. As you can see, this has got numbers on it. This side I have your guide. You're going to need 5 different styles or colors of paper. As you can see, I've got this one that's got the flowers on it. I've got this one that's got a lot of blue in it. Just as long as they coordinate. And then I've got some of that solid there. I've got some pink. And then I have some yellow. So just as long as they kind of coordinate. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and color the little girl so that she can be drying. I can kind of put her over to the side. And I'm going to use my yellow Wink of Stella to give her little rain jacket some color and some glitter. Oh, that's a reason why it wasn't coming out well. I didn't have the top screwed on it well. My little babies have probably been playing with it. I always blame it on them, don't I? It's probably me. I probably messed it up. Now we're getting plenty of glitter. There we go. That's what we need. I'm going to put a little bit of extra down here at the bottom to kind of make that look a little darker. And then it'll be a little darker right there under her, the back part, under her umbrella. So there we go, we've got that colored. And then I need a black for her boots. Now I don't have a black Wink of Stella, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to color it with my Copics, and then I'll go back over it with the glitter. Now I'm going to put just a little bit of silver right down here on the bottom. Then I'm going to use a little bit of flesh tone to do her legs. Now I'm going to take my clear Wink of Stella and I'm going to go, this is clear Nouveau. I'm going to take my clear Nouveau and I'm going to go back over her boots. Make them shiny. So there is our little girl. The little base of our little girl ready to go. Let's see if you can see. Yeah, you can see the glitter and the sparkle on her little outfit. So we're going to lay her over there and let her dry. And then what we're going to do, I took one of these. I have a template that's like this, and I cut this out. I do have a Cricut file for this cut, and I'll share that with you. But if you don't have a Cricut, just trim it out. You know, just draw it out and then just cut it with your scissors or an X-Acto knife or whatever. So what you're going to need to do is put your card base down, matching it up to this. And then where you see these little numbers, they're going to coordinate with these numbers over here. And if you needed to, let me get this line back up again. I'll take that down too. If you needed to cut your numbers off, you can do that, so you can set them out here and you can see them all. I've already done this a bunch of times, so I'm not going to do mine that way, but your first number is 1. There's 1 right there. So choose which color of paper you're going to start with. So I'm going to start with the green, and all you're going to do is you're going to lay it down right even with that line that comes with that 1 right there. So that line, just make sure that it comes all the way over on these parts. Don't let it, you know, don't put it down like this, because you'll have a gap. Make sure it comes all the way over. So I always use score tape on this, but now you can use liquid glue if you want to. I don't know, it probably wouldn't take you very long to dry. The art glitter glue, it wouldn't anyway. But it's up to you what you want to use. I'm just going to use some score tape. I may change to liquid in a little while, but to start off with, I'm just going to use some score tape. And you just need to lay that down straight across there. Now these little pieces are cut just a little bit wider than a 1/2 inch. So as long as you get them a little wider than the widest part on here, you're good. And this one right here is probably the widest, and I think it's like maybe 5/8. So 1 gets that color. So I'm going to lay that piece right there. And then we've got 2. So I'm going to put some more score tape down. And I just kind of put the score tape where it begins and ends. And this is not as hard as it looks. It takes a little bit of time, but anybody can do it. It's not hard. You just have to be patient. Alright, so number 2. What are we going to use for 2? Let's use our flower paper for number 2. So I'm going to put my 1 stack right there. Pull my hands off my score tape. And then make sure that you put the side down that you want to show. Like I want this one to show, so I'm going to put it down because this is going to be the back of your card. So put that down like that. And if you want to, as you're going through here doing these, you can, you know, X that off if you want to. Now we're to 3. You go down the line this way. You don't go across, you go down the line like this. So there's number 3. And I think on 3 I'll use pink. And you can cut your strips as long as you want. You see I cut these really long because this was some scrap pink paper that I had. And it just happened to be this length, so I cut it longer than the others. As long as it goes all the way across, you're good. I'll do another piece there. And then just lay it right up at that line, just like that, and then trim that off. Put that back on the pink stack. And then we're to number 4. And let's do this one for number 4. And I'm going to do this side down. So there's my number 4 right there. And see, 4 is just a small little piece right there. So we can trim off all of this that we don't need, use it again. And now number 5 is going to be our yellow. Let's just put some wet glue down and see what happens. So taking the back off of that each time, won't it? Number 5 right there. And then we can trim off the excess and use it again. Use this part. And then you're going to start back over. See, we're back around to here, so we're going to start back over with this color. So number 6 is going to be that color. And then 7 is going to be this one. And then 8 will be our pink again. Alright, and then 9 is going to be this color. Just make sure that you don't put so much glue that it's going to show on the front side. You don't want your glue squeezing out on the front side of it. There we go. I'll trim that one off, but I don't know that that'll be big enough to use. And then we're back to 10. See what we're doing? And then 11 is this color again. Let's see if that's going to be big enough. Yeah, it probably will. We'll squeeze it in there and make sure we press it down good. Alright, 12. Our flowers. 13. And then 14. And 15. And then 16. 17, 18, 'Oh, I almost messed up. I hope I didn't mess up. No. 18 should be this one. And if you want to, over here beside these numbers, you can put a little piece of the paper so that you'll know which is which, so that you don't mess up. I didn't do that, and hopefully I'm not going to mess up, but we'll see. 19, because if you mess up, it's still pretty, but it's not as pretty as it would have been. 19. And 20. And then 21. Yeah, this art glitter glue works pretty good, as long as I'm not putting too much on there, hopefully, and making it squirt out on the front side. 22 is the flower. And then 23 is the pink. Then 24 is this one. And 25, I think, is the yellow. And we're back to 26. That would be the green, or the teal, I should say. 26. Put a little bit of glue up under there. And then 27. And 28. And you can see the pieces are getting smaller as we go up through here. 29. 30. 30. And then 31. Back to our teal. I'll cut a little piece of that off. $32 should be the flower. And then we're down to the iris. It's the only one we have left. And then you can just decide what color you want the iris to be. Do you want it to be a teal, a pink, a flowered, or what? I think I'm going to do my iris yellow if I have a big enough piece. Let's see. See if that'll go across it. I think that one will go, maybe. I'm going to do it yellow. just because her little outfit's yellow. See if this works. I think that'll cover it. Alright, now it's reveal time. It's time to see what kind of mess I made or what kind of project I made. Oh yeah, it did good. I had one little squirtage right there of glue. There you go. Isn't that cute? That is how it works right there. That's her little umbrella. Alright, now I just need to put her down on here. And she should sit just like that, right under that umbrella. So we're going to put some glue on her. I'm not going to pop her up because I think it would make her too puffy and it wouldn't look right. So we're going to put glue on her and tuck her right up in there. Cute. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Then, let's see. Now, you can use your stamp set that came with this collection, or, as I'm going to do, I typed this out for you, Dancing in the Rain, and I'm going to use that to go on my card. It'll be on your template. You can use it if you want, or you can stamp something else, just whatever. It'll be there for you to use it if you want it. Now I'm going to use some pop dots on this, on the back. Now I'm going to put this down on a black card base, and this card base is going to be a 5x7. So I've got a piece that's cut at 7 by 10, and then we're just going to score it. We're going to score at 5. There we go. And then if you put that on there, isn't that going to be pretty? But what we need to do first is we've got to put some dimensionals around through here, because this is already a little bit, see, it's a little bit thick, it's not much, but if you put some dimensionals around it, then your whole card will be the same thickness. You won't have to have a bumpy place in your card. And there's our card. Isn't that cute? And you can do that with just the scrap paper that you have left out of your kit or just in your stash. Alright guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. All of the links to everything will be down below. The link to the Kit Club will be down below as well. If you're not a member of the Kit Club, we'd love to have you join. And we will talk to you guys later. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.